Hello, welcome to this new video. I'm having to make this video because after only one lesson some students have managed to find a problem already. I wasn't anticipating people making such big snakes and ladders boards and trying to work on those, and it was causing it to work very slowly. So we're going to do without the slider completely, and we're going to create our state matrices a different way. Okay, so here I have, I'm actually using a student's matrix here. They've put in their initial state matrix and the transition matrix just here. In fact, I've already defined the state matrix here, called it X. I'm going to do the same with this transition matrix. It's a 19 by 19 matrix. These numbers are just the square numbers down the side, the squares on the snakes and ladder board, that is. So I'm going to right click here and create matrix. This is all the same, and I'm going to rename that one. That's the transition matrix, so we were calling that one T, I think. Okay, that's done, same as before. Okay, over here I've created two columns. Okay, and the first one is just a turn number, so just type in, say, 0, 1, 2 and 3. You don't have to type all these numbers in, and then you just fill down the numbers like that in the usual way that you fill down in a spreadsheet. And where we go different from here, completely different, is in this cell here we're going to type equals X times T to the power. Now actually we've got no terms here, so we want to put to the power 0, or you can click on W2 there like that, and that will create what should be the same thing as the initial state matrix. So let's have a look. Yep, there it is. I'm going to open it even wider so that we can see the bigger matrices once they appear. Okay, now you have to be careful here. It's not a case of just clicking on this and filling down, even though that will actually work. If you do that, it will go really slowly again, because what it will be doing is it will doing it for to the power 1, which will be okay, to the power 2, to the power 3, to the power 4, and you don't need to do that. Okay, you can simply use the last result and multiply that by T and then continue doing that. That's much more efficient, and the computer won't work so slowly. So in this cell here I'm going to type equals and then click on the cell above. Okay, and yeah, X2 appeared because it's in cell X2, but it might not be with yours. To the power, oh beg your pardon, not to the power, times another T matrix. See, so all I've done is taken that matrix and multiplied it by T again. That is the same as X times T to the power 1. Now I can fill this down, okay, because that will then calculate the answers very quickly. Now I've just gone and messed that up, so I'll try again. Go back to there and fill down, and that's pretty quick. That's happened really quickly. If it doesn't work that quickly, make sure you get some help. You could well be doing it wrong. Okay, just a reminder again, down here, all these noughts and ones, they're probably not exact. Go to your options and rounding. I'm going to select 5 decimal places. Okay, so really now I'm exactly to where I was before. I'll create the graphs. So the next thing you need to do is then use the element function that's described in the other video. Everything else works exactly the same. Okay, see you later.